Hi, Paul Pearson here. Continuing on with a series of broadcasts I've titled Looking to the Old Testament Scriptures to Affirm What the New Testament Writers Clearly Taught about End Times. So far, we have looked at two practical lessons given in the book of Joel. Number one, rend your heart. Number two, restore your years. And a third lesson here in Joel chapter 3 is recompense on your head. Joel is writing prophetically of a near judgment of God that will come, where the northern kingdom of Israel, then the southern kingdom of Judah, will go into captivity. Although Assyria and Babylon are not named as the nations who did this, mainly because God was using them to bring judgment upon the wickedness of his people. So they were not directly named in Joel because they were not being held accountable for doing God's bidding. However, there seems to be certain nations mentioned that took advantage of these two invasions. Verse 4 names those nations: Tyre, Zidon, and Palestine, that would be nations that suffer the recompense upon their heads for what they did to the remnant of Israel. The human trafficking that would be happening is talked about in verse 3, and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine. This is a big problem even in our day of human trafficking. It seems the Bible is right. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So, what does this phrase, recompense upon their heads, mean? It means God will not forget those and other atrocities perpetrated on his people. A principle that we will reap what we sow. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. And as Romans chapter 12, verse 19 proclaims, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Many throughout history and even up to today have suffered at the hands of evil people. God is telling them and us not to avenge, but to leave it up to him to avenge. Our main focus as believers, even if we have suffered cruelties, Galatians chapter 6, verse 9 and 10. And let us not be weary in well doing, for uh, in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Then in Romans chapter 12, verse 20 and 21, therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. In our doing what God says we are to do, who knows if our enemies will be convicted of their wrongdoing and make amends. And I'll end with yours in Christ, Paul. Now, in our next time together, we'll finish up the book of Joel with its prophecy of a future end time battle that is referred to in the New Testament as Armageddon. And thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time, God willing. Bye.